Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and here's everything we know so far about GTA 6. From the leaked information over recent years, we now know some dynamic game features, the rough map size, and the main characters that are going to be playing, and really just how the game looks. Before we get into the specifics of the game, let's go into the official side of it based off what we got from Rockstar so far themselves. With the very little we heard from them, they just said with every new project they embark on, which in this case is the new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, their goal is to always significantly move beyond what they've previously delivered. So in this case, they're seeking perfection with this new game. Now don't take that too literally, because there's probably gonna be little bugs and little glitches here and there because the game's massive, you know? But basically they're saying that they're looking to exceed people's expectations, and they have confirmed that the active development for the game is well underway. We definitely know that, that's kind of obvious, so let's move on to something even more interesting, which is some specifics. So from the gameplay leaks that happened in 2022, we're gonna have two main protagonist characters in story mode. One is a male, one is a female. The name of the male is Jason, the name of the female is Lucia, and here's roughly what they're gonna be looking like on the screen right now. This isn't 100% accurate, but something similar to this. I personally really like the idea of one male and one female protagonist. I think it's something new, and it gives players a nice option to pick whether they want to play with a male or female character. In story mode, that is, because of course we can already do that in GTA 5 online. Now diving deep into the leaks, we did see Lucia inside of like this diner or cafe looking building with functional pretty much everything. Meaning we saw NPCs interacting with one another, just sitting down drinking and eating, and we saw servers around and stuff, so that is a really good sign. We're gonna have like dynamic, actual interactive, realistic food places, it looks like. In the gameplay, which obviously I can't show because of copyright reasons, because I mean it's highly classified information technically. It was only beta gameplay, so the characters didn't look all that great yet, but trust me, when the finished product comes, it'll look absolutely amazing. I'm really happy. It looks like we're gonna have more enterable buildings like cafes and different restaurants. It kind of brings us back to the GTA 4 days where we had a Burger Shot. I remember that's like a burger place. I don't know why they basically discontinued it, and we didn't really see that in GTA 5. Another thing that's supposed to make the game a lot more realistic is the police. The cops in GTA 5 literally have no intelligence. I feel like some 5-year-olds have more common sense than GTA 5 cops. And in GTA 6, they're supposed to be a lot smarter and more reasonable, you can say. Here are some of the bullet points to the more intelligent police system we're gonna have. We'll have a 5-star wanted level just like in GTA 5, that's kind of obvious. And then after you commit a crime, there's no longer time before the police arrive. The police are gonna be much smarter during gunfights, and they're not gonna simply start shooting the player immediately. They're gonna give it time to surrender before that, which is pretty interesting. I guess that could be a little better for us, because then we have more time to run away hopefully and call the GTA 6 Lester to get the cops off. The police are gonna remember your vehicle model or your vehicle license plate, so you can't just change your respray and then they're just gonna forget about you. That's gonna make it a little tougher to run away from cops, but hopefully not too tough. There's gonna be CCTV cameras in the game that'll be functional. This means committing a crime in front of a CCTV camera will automatically alert the cops, but it might not happen if you do a crime in the middle of nowhere, which is so good because sometimes we might find ourselves doing a crime in GTA 5 on the middle of nowhere. Let's say at the top of Mount Chiliad, and then somehow we get stars. Like, there is no way the police got us when there's no police on Mount Chiliad. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense, but looks like if we commit a crime in the middle of nowhere, we won't get the cops, which is very nice obviously. And then store robberies will also be full of detail, much more realistic, with NPCs reacting to everything going on, cops surrounding the place without entering blindly. I feel like some of these points make it easier to run away from cops, but some of these make it more tricky because at the end of the day, the cops will be smarter and more intelligent in GTA 6. On top of this, it's been reported we're gonna have a good variety of wildlife in the game, including people talking specifically about alligators, which makes a lot of sense because it's gonna be taking place in Vice City, which is based off Miami, and the surrounding areas based off Florida probably. And in the surrounding areas in real life Florida, there are a lot of alligators around. Imagine we get in a fist fight with alligators or something like that. There's definitely gonna be a lot of funny moments with alligators in the game. I can already picture it. And if we get the option to have pets in GTA 6, best believe I'm gonna have a pet alligator sitting in my apartment environment in GTA 6. That would be so crazy. Imagine they let us have any of the wildlife animals as pets. That would be insane. A lot of people would have a lot of fun with that. Going into some more realism related stuff, we have world events. There's likely to be so many world events in GTA 6, it's crazy, but here's a list of just a couple of them. Let me read off some of these interesting ones. We're gonna have an abandoned hovercraft, a backyard wrestling ring, a basketball court, which means basketball is returning. That's gonna be so cool to just be able to challenge your friends to a 1v1 in basketball, or just go to a basketball court in free roam and then you just have people playing pickup right there, and then you can play like 5-on-5 or something. Basically NBA 2K inside of GTA. That is so freaking sick. A big cat mansion. We're gonna have a car strip mall, a dairy farm, a drug house drug deal, easy score, which is bingo, cash and carry, and looks like just a lot of like mini games I guess we can play. Fishing, which has been reported with the realistic water physics. Rockstar apparently hired a team of 20 engineers to work exclusively on GTA's water physics, which means water is gonna look super realistic and super dynamic. Island camp, which I'm guessing is like a campsite looking thing. Imagine going camping with your friends in the wildlife of GTA. That would be sick. We're also gonna have a museum, a Satanist house, some interesting warehouse things, which I'm not gonna exactly mention. Workout challenges, which means working out is gonna be a thing. Looks like we're gonna have a gym we're gonna be able to enter. And then yard sales as well, which is also a very cool idea. Imagine just like buying random items that are eventually gonna be considered rare, I guess. Now for these world events, there's so many different ones, but there's gonna be different requirements for these world events to be able to occur. As an example, for one event, let's say it needs to be at a certain time of the day, it needs to be at a certain location for whatever that event might be to actually take place. That definitely requires a lot of creativity and a lot of planning and work, so props to Rockstar for actually making these happen. Also, the game is likely to release only on the new gen consoles, meaning the Xbox Series X and S or the PS5, or maybe the PS5 Pro if that comes until the release of the game. And it'll release of course on PC, but you definitely need a pretty strong PC to run this pretty massive game. It's gonna be ginormous. I could definitely bet this is gonna be the biggest video game of all time. It's gonna be massive. This isn't confirmed or anything, but it is likely to not release on the old gen consoles, which in this case are the Xbox Ones and the PS4s. Once again, not confirmed, but just a heads up for people that still play on last gen. And speaking of how massive the game will be, along with that, obviously it needs to be a pretty big map that we're gonna get along with that. The map is reported to be between 1.5 to twice the size of Los Santos. So the GTA 5 map, imagine that, it's gonna be 1.5 to twice the size of that, which is a pretty big upgrade. Take a look at this picture on screen. It's a very detailed and very cool concept. It's gonna be the rough size of that, I would say. And so if they're making a much bigger map like that, chances are we're probably gonna have multiple different cities like shown on this map right here. We have multiple airports. We can fly from one place to another, which is awesome. That is so freaking cool. These are the main points I wanted to go over in this video. Obviously, on top of this, we're gonna have way better graphics than GTA 5. The game is gonna look stunning, no doubt. Good frame rate, all that type of stuff. And if we get any more confirmed information, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. So make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell on, and click the video on screen now for my ultimate GTA 6 wish list. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.